Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to get our hands dirty with some data.
Today, we're all about Power Query in Excel, specifically a function called Byte.From.
Sounds kind of niche, but trust me, this little function can be a real game changer.
Exactly. We're going straight to the source,
Yeah.
the official documentation. So get ready for a behind-the-scenes look at how this thing really works.
Let's demystify some of that tech jargon, shall we?
Absolutely. Now, the docs describe Byte.From as creating an 8-bit integer number value. What in the world does that actually mean in plain English?
Okay, so think about it like this. Let's say you have a column of ages in your spreadsheet, right?
Makes sense.
We usually think of age as a whole number, like 25, 30, and so on. An 8-bit integer is just a way for the computer to store those numbers.
Okay.
It's basically like a container that can hold values from 0 to 255.
So there's a limit.
Yep. And that limit is super important because it means that Byte.From is really efficient for dealing with data that falls within that range.
Gotcha. So like ages, quantities, things like that.
Exactly. It keeps things running smoothly and helps save space too.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. The documentation throws in these optional parameters, culture and rounding mode.
Yes. The devil is always in the details, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
So why are those even necessary? They seem pretty important, especially if we're trying to be super precise with our data analysis.
Great point. Let's take rounding first. Imagine you're working with financial data, calculating interest or something like that.
Fair sakes.
Absolutely. Even those tiny fractions, after the decimal point, they can really add up over time if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, compounding and all that.
Exactly. And choosing the right rounding mode basically lets you tell Power Query, hey, I want you to round these numbers up, down, or to the nearest whole number, making sure your calculations are as accurate as possible.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about this culture thing? How does that fit in here?
Well, data can be pretty sneaky sometimes.
How?
Well, because of regional differences in how we format things, culture becomes really important. For example, think about dates. Some places write them as month, day, year, while others do day, month, year.
Oh yeah, that's always a pain.
And let's not forget about decimal separators. Some countries use periods, others use commas.
It's a data jungle out there.
It really can be. And if Power Query doesn't understand these cultural nuances, well, it could easily misinterpret the data, leading to, you guessed it, inaccurate analysis.
Yikes, that's definitely not what we want.
Right, so culture is kind of like having a built-in translator to make sure Power Query speaks the same language as your data, no matter where it's coming from.
Smart. Okay, so we've covered rounding and culture, but the documentation also mentions using number.from text with Byte.From. And this part seems a little tricky to me. What are we looking at here? What are the implications?
Yes, the classic data type conversion issue. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole sometimes.
I feel that.
Okay, so picture this. You've got a spreadsheet where, let's say, ages are entered as text, like 25 years old instead of just 25.
Oh, I've seen that happen way too often.
Number from text is like a helpful assistant trying to pull that numerical value from the text. But it can get confused really easily, especially if there are any unexpected characters or inconsistent formatting in the data.
Yeah, like typos and stuff.
Exactly. And that can lead to errors, missing values, or even worse, skewed results.
So basically, you have to be super careful when you're converting data types.
Absolutely. It's a delicate balance. You want to use Byte.From to get your data in the right format, but you got to be mindful of those potential pitfalls along the way.
It really highlights the importance of data cleaning and preparation.
Couldn't agree more. It's the foundation of good analysis. And that's where understanding these little nuances of Byte.From comes in handy.
So you're saying that even though Byte.From might seem simple on the surface, there's a lot going on under the hood.
Exactly. It's a powerful tool, but it needs to be used with care. And the cool thing is, the syntax of the formula itself actually helps guide you. It's designed to be readable, so you know exactly what information needs to be provided.
That's helpful.
Right. It's like having a built-in roadmap for your data transformation journey.
Love it. All right, so wrapping things up. Byte.From. It's a handy function in Power Query, but there's more to it than meets the eye. We have rounding modes, cultural settings, data type conversions, and, of course, the ever-present possibility of errors.
It's all connected for sure.
Totally. And it makes you think, right? Knowing that even something as seemingly simple as Byte has these limitations, how does that change the way you approach data analysis in Excel?
It's a great question to ask yourself before diving into any project.
For sure. What steps can you take to ensure your data is truly clean, consistent, and ready for accurate analysis? It's something to ponder as you tackle your next spreadsheet adventure.
Keep those data skills sharp.
Until next time.
See you then.